Welcome to one of the most unorganized, random vlogs I have ever done in my life. Pauline and I were away for pretty much the whole month of July, where I was doing some in-person coaching, one-to-one, then meeting some of our athletes at the US Nationals and supporting them there. And also, Pauline and I managed to work in a sort of mini break plus our kind of anniversary, our first anniversary celebration. So hopefully there's some good value in here and also a little bit of entertainment and insight into how the trip went for us. What's up, guys? Don't actually know if I'm gonna vlog this trip, but I thought if we get to the end of it and I can be bothered, I can piece it together. So we'll see. Yeah, we're in the hotel. Pauline's just getting sorted. We flew over from New York, where we spent a few days. We're doing some in-person coaching, and then we spent a few days celebrating our anniversary and stuff. Such a cool city. Definitely need to go back. Loved it. Had a great time. Super hot. So yeah, the subway was just too hot. I would rather walk for an hour than go on that thing again. Flew over today. It's the Tuesday, the 16th. Landed in Oklahoma City. Did a wee run down to the course. Checked out where the tent is and everything, and yeah, we'll just be getting ready to get set up and stuff. I can't remember when I stopped filming this vlog or whatever the hell it's going to be. It's Friday now. We had a good day of racing yesterday, and then a little meet-up dinner as well for some tacos. What I've noticed is that it's either very intense and we're running around loads, and then while we're doing pre-race chats and stuff like that, people will come up to the tent to ask questions or whatever, and then there'll be periods like this where there is just nothing going on. And I get very bored very easily. A lot of sitting on my hands doing nothing, which I don't like. So I need to find something to do while I'm here. We've got a bit less racing today. Some people are in their crews and stuff like that. So and they kind of have so often people have in-person coaches. So we kind of stay back when it's at, but we had Frank and Sarah Kate yesterday in the single, which was good fun. I could be a bit more involved with that when we're in person. I could be very involved. But yeah, we just have a variety of people. Some people work with us entirely, 100%, and then some people are we do all their erging and weights training and mindset and recovery and technical stuff, and then they have an in-person crew that they row with maybe once a week, and there's often a volunteer coach or a coach at the club or something like that. So if they're racing in those crews, then we're conscious that two coaches could be worse than none, so we'll just stand back and let them do their thing. But yeah, Friday we've got racing tomorrow, Saturday, and then we've got racing Sunday, and then Pauline and I will be off for about a week down to Austin and Houston to go and see a friend. Will you shut up? Okay, no. Right. We got Brendan coming down in about 5 minutes, I believe. But yeah, I thought I could just share a bit of information on what you can do the day of a race. So one of the things we're giving away today is the last minute free speed pack. So just loads of stuff in there that you can do to get it right before a race. But the big one, probably the biggest one, is make sure you have a good carbohydrate rich meal 3 to 4 hours before you race. Then another light snack, a light carby snack 90 minutes before you race, and then maybe a tiny bit of sugar right before you boat. Staying hydrated the whole time, and I would avoid the higher fatty foods as well can just basically stiffen up your arteries while you want that. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, obviously you want the fat, but not right now. I don't know if this lady's shouting. Yeah, so that's one of them. The other one is warming up properly, which pretty much no one does. 20 minutes of low intensity UT2 minimum. Ideally, you kind of want closer to 30. And then the other big one is doing a burst for a minute at pace, and you basically want to cross that sort of anaerobic energy system into your aerobic one, which is basically more than 45 seconds. You don't want that first sting to happen when you're racing. You want it to be in your warm-up, because that's an energy system and you want to be efficient at that. So that's one of the other ones. And then, yeah, I would say maybe more mentally, you want to just be super clear on 1 or 2 technical things that you're going to work on. And the mistake I think I see people making is they break down every 100 meters, every 250 meters. What I think is better is almost just like 1, maybe 2 technical focuses for the whole race, knowing roughly what you're going to do at the start in the first half, and then roughly what you're going to do at the finish, and how you're going to respond to kind of usual external factors, and just being very clear on that. Because yeah, the mistake I see people make is they sit down and they write down each 100 meters what they're going to be doing is exactly, and it's just too way too much complexity, and it's just impossible to focus on. If you can focus on that, a plan that's that detailed, then you probably could be pushing harder and racing harder. So you're going to your limit, so there's no space in your mind to be thinking about those small details, and they don't really matter. Really overcomplicates it and gets you thinking about stuff that is taking you away from the moment. But yeah, cool. We've got another couple races, so 2 people actually are in the same race in 2 4s at 11, and then a bit of a break, and then we'll be back in the afternoon. So while of course this is a business trip, doesn't mean we can't have a bit of leisure on the side. So when I was in Florida, I went to this huge Walmart. So for anyone in the US, I don't think you comprehend the size of Walmarts. And yeah, in the UK, I mean, it's friggin' insane. Like, these holes, like. Anyways, I sent Pauline a photo of it when I was in Florida a few months ago, and then ever since she's seen that, she's like, if we go to America, I want to go and just shop around and just look around. So right now we're looking at really large bottles of Tylenol. Yeah, ibuprofen, yeah. In the UK, you can only buy packets like, I don't know, like 12 at a time. So yeah, it's a little simple things in life. So I mean, we're only 2 or 3 aisles deep, and we're hitting up every single one. And there's probably about friggin' 200 more to go. So we're having a good time.
You're having a good time and a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Racing, it's Saturday. This is the most random vlog. Yeah, racing's delayed due to lightning, so I thought it'd be a safe time to go for a run. Dodging all the lightning right now. Yeah, hopefully they just push the times back and they don't cancel any. With that racing concluded, it was awesome to go and support some of our athletes in person and watch them compete and crush it, and yeah, we're all super proud of them. From there, Pauline and I headed down to Austin, Texas, where we checked out some good art museums, which, if anybody knows me, I'm not much of an art guy, but there's some super cool kind of displays and some weird spinning objects that kept me entertained and blew my mind. We also had a little celebration dinner for this one passing her 4th year medical exams. We then went down to Houston, where we saw NASA. I was a bit underwhelmed, to be honest, but it was cool to see where they faked the moon landings, joking of course. We did the typical non-American in America, going to a gun range. We went to go see the Astros game, where the Astros were down 5-0. We showed up late, and then from there they scored 6 runs and ended up winning the game, so pretty much all down to us. From there we flew home. and very quickly was going over to the Paris Olympic Games where we got tickets. Really, really cool experience and great to experience the atmosphere. From there, we headed down to Barcelona, where we went to stay with Pauline's parents for a few days to check out their flat that they have in Spain. And then it was back home to see Tokyo and get back into our work rhythm. So back into the routine, really craving my good old desk setup, which isn't the tidiest right now. Yeah, just looking forward to get back into a really solid rhythm. I think, to be honest, um, I needed a bit of a step away, not through burnout or through boredom or anything, but I just needed a change of scenes, and that was just exactly what I needed. Of course, love what I do, and it's just a privilege to get to do what we do every day. But it just felt like I was kind of doing the same thing and started to tune out a little bit. So that was a really good reset, and just also the Scottish winter has been terrible. It's been so bad. It's been one of the worst winters. Or sorry, the Scottish summer. Fuck's sake. The Scottish summer has been so bad. It's been like 12 degrees Celsius, which I think is like around 40, 50 Fahrenheit. For all you Americans out there. But anyways, just had a really good break and just can't wait to get back into the rhythm of everything. We've got the World Masters Championships in Brandenburg in Germany. I'm planning on going out there for a few days. Won't be able to stay for the whole thing. One of our friends is getting married, so I'll be shooting back for the weekend, but hopefully be out there for a few days. And then planning on going to Head of the Charles as well. And then, we'll see from there. It'll just be into the kind of winter block. We normally start to get really busy this time of year as well. And we've, just seen slow and steady growth with our team. We now have 4 including me, full time. And we've increased our capacity. So basically means Alan and Taylor are going to be going full time with our coaching, which is super exciting. And then, we'll be into the winter block, and then we've got February. We're hoping to do a training camp in Sarasota again. That was super fun. Pauline and I will also be maybe planning some other trips to do some more of the kind of coaching trips as well. So it's kind of fun to do as a pair. While I was rowing, we never really got to do any of that stuff. It was always just kind of me away or me at trials. So when we can find any time with her medical degree, it's great to get away and kind of, I guess it's like a work trip, but there's kind of around that. It's fun to go and kind of see different parts of the world, and we're not exactly the kind of sit by the beach and do nothing when we go on holiday. So maybe for a day we like to do that, but we get bored of it pretty quickly. Anyways, I'm just on a massive tangent right now. That vlog was all over the place, but I figured it's better than nothing. Don't let perfect get in the way of good. I'll like filming this stuff. It'll be cool to look back on it, and I'll be doing the same for World Masters and for Head of the Charles as well. So anybody that follows my usual YouTube content, I'll be getting back into that with the talking head videos. Had a bit of a break from it obviously in July, and just craving to get back into that good old rhythm. Anyways, all the best, like and subscribe, the usual jazz, and